The other co-chair of District 100 Speakers Bureau and another past district governor and a person that we've been in clubs together at least 20 years, who was a past district governor, past international director, 27-year Toastmaster and a QS both in District 100 and District 12, Richard Snyder.
How many of you remember October 31, 1990? I was an adult. I'll give you a hint. It was Halloween. It was the darkness, scariest Halloween of my life. You understand why? Take you back a few years earlier. I set off on a path to be a teacher. I wanted to shape, mold the minds, the leaders of the future. But just 6 weeks into my first teaching position, those rascally seventh graders were shaping and molding me in ways that I did not like. And on October 31, 1990, teacher was called into the principal's office for another meeting. He was sitting on a higher seat behind a ponderous desk, sitting on their short chair. Richard, he began rather sternly, I've been trying to impress upon the last few weeks the importance of getting things under control. Now, having observed you on several occasions, I think it's too late. I'm going to offer you a couple options today. You can continue school, trying to get things under control. I'm going to warn you, if you're not successful, I'm going to do all I can do to make sure you never teach again. Your other option is to walk away. I'll make sure that you have the opportunity to work with a mentor teacher in the district. You will have the opportunity to sub different schools so you really find your niche in teaching. And hopefully with more experience, you can teach again. Well, as I listened to the options, I realized it really wasn't an option. I had felt miserable. I didn't even know if I wanted to teach again. But as I was listening to the two options, I realized why I had to. I'm not a quitter. October 31, 1990, I walked away. So that I might teach another day. I remember taking box and box up to my car, and this was the last box. I saw my principal again. He motioned me into his office. I said, get the 70 box, I take it out to my car. No, he back. As I got the box in the car, it occurred to me, I already resigned, I already quit. Do I really want to go back to the office? But I'm a man of my word. And so I went in again. This time he put two chairs next to each other. He motioned me to sit down. He sat down next to me. He said, Richard, I've been watching you over the last few weeks. I think you have what it takes to be a successful teacher. You're knowledgeable. You care about the students, even after they treat it the way they have. I think you can be successful. that you need to learn how to communicate. You remind me of somebody years ago who was an introvert. Didn't know how to communicate. That person was me. And I found this organization called Toastmasters. I learned how to communicate. I think Toastmasters will help you as well. I thanked him. I started working with the master teacher and felt a little more comfortable and was subbing day to day in different classrooms. And every once in a while, I'd see a little blurb in the newspaper about Toastmasters. But one day I opened it. There's something about success leadership module. That sounds pretty good. But one day, it was only $5. I had no money at all. Something day to day, maybe a couple times a week, I didn't have money. $5. And it said how to listen effectively. A seminar, a workshop seminar put on by K-Star. Now, I love music. I think band. This is K-Star. The Wheel of Fortune. So I went. I was a little disappointed. It wasn't the K-Star I thought it would be. It was another K-Star. Oh, wow. She was so friendly. And it took a while, but in July of that year, I joined. 35 years later, almost 35 years later, I'm still teaching. I think Toastmasters. Any reason with it. And I got it. Next June, I plan to quit teaching again. This time, call it retirement. 35 wonderful years of touching hundreds of students' lives, having them come say, thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters. As long as I'm alive, I'll never retire from Toastmasters. How many of you remember October 31, 1990? I used to think it was the scariest Halloween ever. But now looking back almost 35 years later, 34, I realize it's one of the greatest days of my life. It made me the person I am today, certainly the teacher I am today. Mr. Toastmaster.